Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jazz and today we're doing Pinterest Predicts Grunge. Guys, hopefully the sound is okay because I'm using the on-camera microphone. I'm currently looking for a new microphone, so if you have any recommendations, please leave them below. Okay, let's just get into this. I already prepped my skin and I already did my eyebrows. So the next thing we need to do is foundation. I don't know. Sometimes I change up my routine all the time. Sometimes I start with my face. Sometimes I start with my eyes. I don't think there's a better or worse way. I just think it depends on the goal of the look. This is KVD Good Apple Serum Foundation. Literally one of my favorites in Tan 78. That up. Working it into my brush. My fluffy angle brush from Danessa Myrix and my Kitco. Really like this brush for good coverage, full coverage foundation, but you can like really like work it so that it's not full coverage. But for this look, I don't mind a very full coverage feel. I posted a thread about what I think brides should do who are looking to book bridal if they are people who don't wear a lot of makeup very often and are not used to like full coverage or medium coverage, and their version of light might be just like very little to no product truly at all. And I think that's very different. Like, I am not a makeup artist by any means. I am a makeup enthusiast. I do makeup on myself. I can help out here and there. I can like offer tips and, you know, point you kind of in the right direction, but like doing makeup, But I have watched and taken a lot of information from makeup artists and different makeup artists across different like styles of makeup. And something I've been noticing, my thing is I notice patterns. Like, if I had a superpower, it would probably be noticing patterns. Like, that is just like my thing. That is why I'm a behavior analyst. So I just notice behaviors. And something that's been coming up a lot recently on TikTok is just like the bride just being kind of shocked at like how much makeup she has on, like it not turning out the way she envisioned her makeup to look. And I kind of had to really think about it from a lens of like not someone doing the makeup or someone like me who loves the makeup, but more so from just someone who doesn't wear makeup a lot, and the makeup that they do, I know when I think about my makeup, I think when we book bridal makeup, we often, or any kind of makeup service, I think we go into it as a makeup consumer and not a makeup artist. I think we go into it not with a makeup artist's mind, but rather just like what we do every day, but it's going to be elevated. Like, we think they're going to understand exactly what we like and how we understand it, and the way we're going to bold, verbally say that to them, they're going to understand it. But that is not always the case, because what I imagine to be a light hand or light makeup is not the same version of what someone else might determine as light makeup. Looks good. Oh, I really love that foundation. What brought this about? This thought. What? Not the lighting changing. What brought this about? For, oh my God, it's so dark now. What brought this about for me was I tried Yuchi's Notori's foundation routine, and my base came out flawless. It looked so good, but the amount of products I used to get there astounded me. And I don't mind a full coverage day. Like, I'm currently wearing probably medium coverage, but this foundation is so light on the skin that it never feels like I'm wearing anything heavy, even though I'm getting the best coverage. It is the lightest feeling full coverage foundation besides the Dior. This one is it. The amount of powder and products I had to keep going back to achieve that level of makeup was insane for me. For me. That made me realize, I was like, yo, if people are not used to the amount of coverage and the amount of products it would take to achieve sometimes a very natural look, they're not gonna know. So I just recommended that I think brides, if you're looking to for wearing booking someone for bridal, I think you should start practicing wearing full coverage and medium coverage, because then you'll at least know what that feels like across different foundations. That does not mean you need to go out and buy a full coverage foundation. I just mean that, like, if you already have a foundation, try to build it up to full coverage and see how that feels. Try to build it up to medium coverage, see how that feels. Try to build it up to your version of light coverage, see how that feels. If you can get a different type of foundation that tailors more to that, I think you should. But don't be out here breaking the bank. You don't need to be buying things. Concealer, using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. I'm just going to place that here, here. I haven't used this concealer in a minute. Right now here, here, and a little bit here. And while I let that concealer kind of sit, I'm going to do my bronzer. I felt like when I did that, I was like, oh, this is a lot of product. And that could be like a very light beat to her. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta, I feel like you have to get practice in the extreme, because if you experience, I think you should experience the extreme where you're comfortable. Like, the last day that you want to experience that extreme is on your makeup day. And it was brought to my attention that, like, of course there are makeup artists that would tailor to like a lighter coverage, a lighter day, but again, a makeup artist version of lighter truly may not be what that person's looking for, because again, as a consumer, we often go in the perspective of what we do every day, and what you do as a makeup artist and what I do as a makeup consumer are just not the same, and it's not going to feel the same. It's just not. It, like, it feels different. It's gonna feel, makeup's gonna feel like makeup. And that, you could say that to someone, but if they don't know what that means, they don't get it. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if you don't wear makeup like that, you're not gonna understand what I'm telling you when I say makeup's gonna feel like makeup. Because it's not only until you wear makeup, and I mean like caked on. I used to be a dancer, and so I used to have to cake on makeup for performances because we had to wear bright lipstick, bright blush, big lashes, because you were not going to see my facial features from the stadium if I was not looking a little crazy up close. So I think that's where I kind of got my start. And I think a lot of people too, like, if you do stage, you understand. You understand what stage makeup is. And you understand what's going on there a lot of times. So I think if you're not used to that, and you don't have that background, you need to practice. Huda Beauty Tantour in medium. I don't, is this discontinued? I went to the website the other day and I think it was like sold out. I've been blending my concealer out with a sponge lately, but that's just because I'm lazy. So today we're gonna do brush and then sponge. I actually have time. Is this the KJH #8 brush? Or what are your tips? Like, what are your tips for like brides getting married or looking to book bridal? Because I get it. Like, a lot of people that are makeup artists, I've seen say that they would do their makeup on their wedding day, and I understand why you would, especially like if you're, I forgot to put bronzer on my eye. Dang it. I understand if you're someone that, like, you feel comfortable doing it, and like, and especially like if it's like more therapeutic for you to do it on your wedding day, but I just find that I wouldn't, because I truly want to be lessened of the burden and lessened of that stress, especially if I can find someone that I trust and their artistry and what they can produce. I would rather just leave it up to them. That like lady who did that, where she like wiped off that lady, I think it's fine to change things. Like, if you're not happy with it, you're not happy with it, change what you need to. But I think to like record it and then post it months later, girl, get out of here. Yeah, because like, let me tell you, I'm the first person to tell you I will change something and not feel sorry about it. Like if I'm not happy with it, I'm going to change it. However, I'm not going to further embarrass you because I didn't like it. It's one thing to be like, oh, I didn't like it, I changed it, and you moved on, and no one knew about it. But to get on the Lord's internet and try to embarrass me, no, we're not doing that. I'm gonna take a smaller brush, dipping back into that bronzer, and I'm just going to carve out my eyes a little bit here. It really makes a difference for me, but just stamp it. Not really like swipe it out here on the nose. Just kind of stamp that down. My cream products place, so I'm gonna take my first of many steps of setting spray. I'm really trying to use this up. It's a good spray. I love this setting spray. I will definitely be buying this again, but like I have so little and I'm like, okay, let's go. I really want a bright under eye for this look. So we're gonna mix two. I'm gonna preset, what I call it preset, with a pressed powder. This is Toffee from Sephora collection. And then I'm going to double up using one size. This is Ultra Pink. Just take that right where that concealer is, just to make sure. Okay. I always feel like that's just like the part of makeup I'm like, it's all coming together. Just turn my sponge a little bit, and then I'm just gonna dab a hard press just to smooth this out a little bit on my sponge, and then I'm gonna take that underneath the eye as well, and just smoothing that out. And whatever is left over on the back of my hand, I will put on my chin and a little bit on my forehead. Then I'm going to take this medium dark shade from Makeup Revolution, the bronzer. I'm just going to take a bit of that. This one's a little darker, so I'm just going to focus that closer to my temple, right underneath where I have that Tantour. I'm going to take my brush where I had foundation on, and I'm just going to, not dipping back into any more foundation, but just pressing that so it can blend seamlessly, versus like here it's a little bit more defined. Not picking up any product helps blend all of that together. My favorite trick, my favorite hack, just go back in with your foundation brush. For blush, Armani Beauty, this is 60. Like the shade here. This is the Spectrum AO4 brush. Just going, and it's one with a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glow. So I don't want to apply too much, but it does have a bit of glow to it. And I am kind of keeping that very close to the eye. Base is done. Let's get into the eyes. Taking Vive, Iwan, and Raven. I feel like grunge looks require you to be like, I feel like grunge is like this perfect mixture of chaos but control. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna blend that out. It's very pigmented. I am gonna wing it out a bit. Very pigmented, but like very flexible. Honestly, I could leave it right there and I would be perfectly fine with that. It's been a minute since I've done like a full smoky eye. The palette I really want to play with, Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette from Makeup by Mario. Oh, she's gorgeous on it. Before I place that black, I'm going to go into the screen. I'm losing my voice as I'm talking. That's not good. I'm going to take that. Oh, hold on. She was pigmented. She was pigmented. I wasn't ready. I'm just going to take that into my crease right above where I placed that black. But oh my god, that was so pigmented. I was not prepared for how much payoff I was going to get with that. Oh no. It looks good though. A blue tone gray. Going back in with the brush that I used to initially apply the black. A smaller blending brush. I'm actually going to go into this. Keep it kind of closer. We'll take. Oh my god. These are pigmented. Hold on. I'm picking up way too much product because these are just way too pigmented. I blend that out real quick. I love a light under eyebrow moment. So I was going into this shade right here, but you don't need to pick up much. I'm gonna go into that black, picking that up. I'm gonna finally basically set that eye base with this black. And I wanted to get that ombre kind of going first. I knew exactly where, like how high to take that black. I'm gonna take that, start blending that out more and more. Just like the edges, like tickling that edge. Honestly, you can leave this here, but I want to throw in a pop of color. This does have a blue in it, but it's not the color I want to kind of throw in. I do want to throw in like a blue, but I want to throw in like a pastel blue. Nomad Ghost Town. This is like my favorite like kind of cool tone palette. I could go in with this like light blue. Came out exactly the way I wanted it to. Can't tell me that doesn't look good. This is gonna be hard for me, but I'm not gonna add any shimmer, sparkle, nothing. I'm gonna leave it all matte. I'm gonna take Raven again. That underneath. Mascara is Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme. Let's get into lips. I already kind of have the idea of what I want these lips to look like. I'm actually going to go in with the Powder Kiss Liquid Lipstick in Chestnut. This is a new release. Taking Stone from MAC, also part of their new release of their nudes. It's like this gray taupe. It's everything. Oh my gosh, I love. So this is the look, final look. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Pinterest Predicts video. And I also hope to catch you in whatever video I have next. And thanks for sticking around, and thanks for sticking through a chatty one. See you later. Bye.